All right, guys, back again. Chilly night in Philly. I am so not ready for this cold weather. But tonight I have a very special guest, welterweight prospect, 9-0, three knockouts, Tyrek Irby. First off, Tyrek, thank you so much for joining us tonight. We really appreciate you.
Thank you, man, for having me.
Of course, of course. So if you can let everyone know, where are you from?
I'm from Forestville, Maryland. They mess it up on Box Rest, say Landover, Maryland, but I'm from Forestville, Maryland, and I
Okay.
train out of D.C.
All right. So I do have to ask you because I'm very curious. So are you more Baltimore Ravens or are you Washington football then?
Washington all day.
Washington football? Okay.
Washington all day. I
I
like
need
Baltimore, though. I do
yeah,
like Baltimore,
okay.
but Washington all day.
Washington all day. Yes. So we're Eagles fans here. So I mean like I do have Terry McLaurin on my fantasy team. I need him to pick it up a little bit, but yeah,
Yes.
I'm a rooting for him. So how did you get into boxing?
A friend actually got me in the boxing, but as a kid, like I'm not really into sports, like other sports, you feel me? Because I like to be the best at it. So I tried football, wasn't the best at football. Tried basketball, suck at basketball, was not the best at basketball. I tried track in high school. I was good at track, you know what I'm saying? But that's not something I seen myself doing for, a lifetime. But as a teenager, we used to, around the neighborhood, we used to always put the gloves on. And, that was our sport, put the gloves on and, have fun. And I was always the champ. So,
Yeah.
that's how I got my name around the neighborhood and everywhere else. And then my friend had came around, like as we got older, my friend had came back around the neighborhood and, for old time's sake, we put the gloves on and he kind of got into my business a little bit, and I'm like, wow, like he never got in my business, but he kind of got in my business this go around. So I'm like, wow, man, I was more shocked than anything. Like, you gotta take me to the gym you going to. Whoever got you like that, you gotta take me. So he took me to the gym and I just fell in love with it and I've been there ever since.
That is awesome. Yeah, no, it is such a great sport, and I even have a shirt that says you can't play boxing. I mean, this is
Man.
definitely a sport where you need to, this is something you really got to dedicate yourself to.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously there is no 401k. There's no guaranteed insurance the way some of the full-time jobs offer. So you're literally putting your life on the line, but you need to be very skilled, and this has to be something that you're dedicated to. Of
Absolutely. Absolutely. You
course.
cannot play boxing. You can play football, basketball, soccer, baseball, but you cannot play boxing. You can lose your life in it.
Oh yeah. No,
One hit.
we've seen it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
We've certainly seen it. All right, so you have an incredible amateur background. Like, this might be stuff that we may never see another, like, amateur, like, have all these achievements the way you have. So if you let the viewers know, what was your record as an amateur? And then maybe we can get into some of, like, the achievements and all, too, and also your incredible rankings, too.
Okay, well, I was 68-8 in the amateurs. I participated. DC area got me, the DMV area got me ready for all the tournaments, all the national tournaments, the overseas tournaments, stuff like that. So I got to give a special shout out to the PVA, because these local fights was definitely necessary, But yeah, I was 68-8. I participated. I won my first tournament. Well, no, take it back. My first tournament I won was 2014 Golden Gloves as a novice boxer, right? So I won that one, won the national. I mean, not the nationals. I won the championship in the regions. Novice don't go to the nationals. So after that, I went to the Ringside World Tournament, won that tournament. That was my first like big tournament to win. So I won that one. Then later on that year, I went to the WSB tournament for men and women,
Mm-hmm.
and I won that tournament, which ranked me #1 in the United States.
Wow.
So after I won that, we started traveling overseas and going to different countries and fighting their #1s. And I went over there to Argentina and knocked out the #1 guy over there. Then I went to Azerbaijan came here and I fought the #1 guy from Azerbaijan, and he also was the 2012 bronze medalist in the 2012 Olympics. And I beat him unanimous. They thought that he was going to knock me out because he was a knockout artist. They
Right.
thought he was gonna knock me out. It was one of the toughest fights of my life. I lie to you now. I gotta give him credit when credit due. But you know, I beat him unanimous, beat him every single round, outboxed him, and I took the heat to him too. You know, then after that, kind of got a little big headed a little bit. We went to Puerto Rico. I wasn't focused like I was supposed to be. I lost against Puerto Rico, but Kazakhstan had came here and they actually won that whole tournament that year. And when we fought Kazakhstan, everybody thought that I beat my opponent, you know, but it was just politics, you know, since they was the undefeated team, nobody beat them. They definitely wasn't going to give me that win. And the guy that I fought, he was the captain of the Kazakhstan team. So, you know, took the bitter with the sweet. Then I went to the 2016 Olympics, learned a lot from that tournament. I fought some great fighters as the liking of Richard Hudson. You know, I fought him first, beat him. Then I fought Jerron Ennis, learned a lot from that fight and built a great relationship with him and his family. He actually won that fight. Then I fought a guy named Jermaine. Now, I know for a fact I won that fight. I was in the loser bracket and I had to fight Jermaine. I know for a fact I won that fight. Everybody thought I won that fight. But once again, politics. They didn't give it to me. I lost on my birthday. I was highly upset, but came back home, fought in the Golden Gloves again, won the local Golden Gloves championship, lost it. I fell short in the regionals and had one more amateur fight, then I turned pro. Now I'm 9-0 as a professional fighter.
That is awesome, man. That is a hell of like a whole resume. That is awesome. Now, of course, you know, we love Jerron Boots Ennis here in Philly. Oh my god, yeah. He's a very, very special man. He's probably the best switch hitter in the game. Now I wanted to ask you about that fight because I know that was for Olympic trials.
Yep.
Now what was that like fighting a young Jerron Boots Ennis at that time?
Well, I learned a lot, you know, picked up a lot from him because he, you know, like you say, he switches up a lot, you know. I'm actually trying to add that to my arsenal now, you know, but he switches up a lot. He was very strong, sharp, slick, fast, you know. It was just a good fight. You know, it was all around, it was a good fight. He made me work, you know what I'm saying? He made me work. It was a good fight.
Yeah, he's really something special. I mean, I always joke around with people and I say that his two older brothers were like the guinea pigs for his dad Boozy, and then he turned Boots into like the perfect fighter. It's just like I even try to watch him, and we also have another guy too, and I'm sure that you know because you are just a big boxing fan, but Stephen Fulton Jr., Scooter.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Cool
They
Steph.
are
My God.
yeah. I try to watch them all the time to see if there's a flaw. I can't find anything that could possibly, you know, be like a huge advantage for their opponents. Nothing. It's just crazy.
And Bozy Ennis, great trainer, great
fantastic.
father, great person, you know, like he knows the science of boxing. He knows, like he's great. He know what he's doing, you know. He knows exactly what he's doing. So all the guys that he got, definitely gonna make something out of him. You know, I take my head off to him, his whole team, his family. You know, Cool Boy Step, that's my guy too. He also comes down here from time to time to our gym. He's nice, sharp, slick, accurate, you know. It's nice. Some of y'all got in the water down in Philly. Some y'all got.
I know. Yeah, we got some really, really good guys, you know, cooking here. So we got them, you know, J. Rock Williams. I'm hoping that he revives his career. He just had a tough decision in his last fight. He was on the Wilder Fury card, and he wound up
I seen that.
catching a loss, unfortunately. Yeah, I mean, we got some good stuff. Plus, Danny Garcia, I guess, is active. He's moving up to 154, so we'll see what happens. Too. Yeah.
I like that, and I like J Rock. I like J Rock too. You know, J Rock, he's a tough guy. You know, had a few losses, you know, but it comes with boxing. You know, you can't win them all.
Yeah.
You know?
And then also the other two prospects, I'm not sure you heard of them. Nahir Albright, he's like on the rise. He's at 135 pounds. He's like in the top 20 American on BoxRec. And then we also have, man, it just slipped my head. Oh, Paul Kroll.
I participated in 2016 Olympics with Paul Kroll.
Yeah. Great dude, man.
Let me try. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Paul's ice cold, man. It's so
Hmm.
he's fighting a Philly on undefeated welterweight next Saturday. He's fighting Mark Dawson Jr. So everyone's
Okay.
getting hyped for that fight because both of them are undefeated. Yeah.
Yeah. Mark Dawson was in the 2016 Liberty Trials with us too.
Yeah, exactly, man.
Yeah.
It is so crazy how everything's a full
Uh-huh.
circle, isn't it? It's nuts.
Yeah. I remember my boys I came up with, man. I came up with all them guys throughout the amateurs, you know.
Yeah.
Also, Paul Crow was in the he participated in the WSB tournament with me, you know. He fell short, but he still put on a hell of a show, you know.
Yeah.
So
Awesome. Now, I heard that you had the pleasure to spar with Tank Davis. Now, what has that been like for you to be training with Tank and all and getting him ready?
well, I for this camp I haven't sparred Tank this camp,
Okay.
you know what I'm saying? But I've been sparring Tank before, you know, before he was Tank. Well, no, he always been a Tank, but I've
Right.
been knowing Tank for a long time, and I've been working with him since I first started boxing. You know what I'm saying? And Tank is very explosive, very sharp, very accurate, just an all around fighter. You know what I'm saying? He don't just hit hard. He's sharp. He can box. He got it all. You know,
Yeah.
got it all.
Yeah,
So
he's
it's
something
good.
special. I mean, I always say too, keep him in Vegas because whenever he comes home, he gets into some kind of I have no idea. It's just always bad when he comes home. I would just like for him just to keep staying in Vegas and maybe get
Uh,
that Haney or Teofimo Lopez fight next. Man, that would have been awesome for
yeah,
his
Tank is the
resume.
hardest hitting person I ever
Oh
sparred. Like
yeah.
nobody I fought, sparred, hit hard him. And I've been sparring. I sparred light heavyweights before. I done sparred middleweights, high and middleweights too. But Tank is just something about his power that is crazy. You know, he actually reminds me of this guy from here. He used to box professional, or whatever. He's retired now. His name Ty Barnett.
Okay.
Ty Barnett has similar power like Tank. But the thing about Tank is like Ty Barnett, he know how to finish you. But the thing about Tank is like, I don't care how serious your poker face is, you know what I'm saying? He know when he hurt you and he gonna come get you and
Oh
finish
yeah.
you off, you know. So gotta take my hat off to him too.
Of course. Now, I also like to ask this to show that boxers are human, or maybe it's everyday business for you because you know you fought 70 plus fights in amateurs and all. But
Mhm.
so your pro debut was September 30th, 2016 versus
Mhm.
Marcus Johnson, first round knockout. But prior to the fight, were you nervous at all, or was it everyday business for you?
Always nervous before a fight, but it's not like I'm scared nervous. It's just, you know, anxious. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? You never know what's gonna happen in this, so you just ready. You ready. Like, yo, everything you in tunnel vision. Everything is just straight business. I'm ready. Let me hurry up, get this over with. I've been training for however long, you know, and it's just time to go to work.
I like it. I like it. Yeah, no, it's so funny because like normally I'll get like maybe just like one guy out of all 20 they're like, "Oh no, it's everyday business." But like a lot of them keep it 100 and say no. Like usually when I get hit first or the ring walk, then all the butterflies
Go
disappear.
away. Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's pretty much how it is. As soon as you get hit, you know you're in a fight. Okay, it's time to work.
Right.
You know.
That's awesome. So obviously you have fought on television, on prime time and all. So just talk about some of the promotion cards that you have fought on and how have they treated you and all too. Yeah.
I fought with Al Heyman. I did 4 fights with Al Heyman. My last 4 fights, you know, they treated me very good, very good. You know,
Yeah.
paid me very good. Anybody that's with PBC knows that, you know, Al Heyman and PBC, they're going to treat you very good. So, you know, shout out to my old coach, Nestor Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? He, you know what I'm saying, got me to that point, and you know, we had a great time. You know what I'm saying? I experienced a lot, got to see a lot. He gave me a taste of what the future can be, what the future can look like, you know. So shout out to him for that. And it was a great experience to just make you hungry, like more hungry, just to continue working hard, to continue going out there, getting these W's, you know, so you can just provide a better life for you and your family. So, you know, I appreciate it. It's kind of addicting. it's an addicting feeling.
Yes, yes. Yeah, no, and also to reiterate off of what you said too, yeah, no, I've heard nothing but great things with PBC. Also,
Mm-hmm.
Watson's also a great dude too to work with too, who's Al Heyman's right hand guy too. So yeah, I've heard nothing but great things with PBC.
Yeah.
So obviously you've had 9 pro fights, but what one was your favorite fight so far in your young career?
I would have to say, my last one, only because he was, even though his record was kind of like, off a little bit, but he
Yeah.
still had the experience and he challenged me. You know what I'm saying? So that one was my favorite because he challenged me and he pushed me and made me work. I had to work, Even though I got the 2 knockdowns in the beginning, it seemed like he was coming on stronger and stronger each round. And, he made me focus in and go on tunnel vision and really work to get the W. I won unanimous decision. It wasn't no close fight or nothing, but still, that one, he made me work.
So. Yeah. It's always good to have that fight too, to like, kind of like test, I mean, even though you were up by a lot, but yeah, no, it's always good to have that one fighter where like you're kind of expecting to roll through, but he is like, testing you a little bit early on.
Yeah.
Which gives you that extra push. All right, so I do have to ask this one too. So shout out to my guy, Tony Jetter, and also his wife Kristen. So first off, congratulations on signing with them. They are great people. Yes.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, with Tony, he's very energetic. That guy loves boxing. He'll call me at like 12:30 in the morning and just talk for an hour, like boxing or just catching up on everything. Yeah, he's awesome. So how have you developed that relationship with the Jetters, and what made you want to sign with them?
Well, down here, Tony has cards all the time, and everybody that fight on this card, they just speak very highly of Tony, and I always wanted to do business with Tony because I know that he can move me right and, get me to where I need to be. And he's all about moving a fighter the right way, getting them to where they need to be. He throws some great cards over there at Maryland Live Casino, they always sold out, so it's just the energy at the fights just be so good. Like, if you're a fighter, you definitely want to be a part of it. I don't care what kind of fighter you are, you're going to want to be a part of that when you step up in this. And, I heard nothing but great things with Tony, how he treat his fighters, how he treat the fighters, great things. So, why wouldn't I want to work with somebody that's, treating the fighters great, not trying to take advantage of them or anything of that nature.
Yes. And how does this quote make you feel? So I literally talked to him earlier today, and he has been talking about you for the past week, how excited he is to have you. But this was what he said to me over and over again. He said, I am going to get that kid to a championship level. Now, how does that make you feel that the promoter that you signed with feels so strongly about you?
It's just amazing, man. It's like, I kind of find myself like, don't get me wrong, a lot of people believe in me.
Right.
A lot of people is confident in me, and my skills and stuff like that. But it's just been a challenge, especially the last 2 years, to really get somebody to actually, take a chance on me and believe in me and get me to that point. The last person that really believed in me, last person that really believed in me like that was Nesto, and me and Nesto, we had disagreement or whatever, we had to separate, but I love him to death, and by Tony saying that, and by Tony, like, he's showing it in his actions, by him showing that, he believed in me, I just want to do great things. I don't want to let him down. I don't want to let myself down. I don't want to let Jetta Promotions down. I can just see the future, and it's just so bright right now, so.
Yeah, no, that is awesome because, like, obviously you and you have seen it since you've been boxing since you were a teenager. Boxing's a cold world. It's very, very tough to trust people and to get people in that circle. People will be putting your arm around you when you're gonna be like 15-0 and keep going undefeated. But then once hopefully this never happens to you. But if you ever get that L, you're going to see a lot of people vanish and they're not going to be riding with you. So that's why it's great to have, you know, a very tight circle and trusting people of around you from day one.
Well, actually, that did happen to me, even though I don't have a L in the
Right.
professionals. But when I had lost in the Olympic trials, oh man, all the fake love started to get
Oh, of
exposed.
course. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it happened, and I just thank God, all glory to God. You know, he allowed me to see these things early. The ones that the fake ones, the ones that's only around when you beneficial or when you winning, you know what I'm saying? And the ones that stick by your side through thick and thin. So he allowed me to see that, and he allowed me to experience that. And that is a very, very hurtful feeling, you know what I'm
That
saying?
is. Yeah. I
Especially
can
when you think
imagine.
somebody love you and they care for you, and just for them to just, it's crazy, man. But you know, you live and you learn, and you take it in and better yourself.
Exactly. Exactly. So I noticed you had a little bit of a layoff, and obviously, like COVID-19 screwed up everybody's growth in boxing.
Mm-hmm.
Did you like? Of course, if it's personal reasons, you don't have to explain yourself. I just like wanted to ask, a little bit of a layoff. Were you just taking time off to see like what happens with like the club shows, or to see like your next opportunity?
Nah, nah, that ain't happen. Like, you know, a few personal things came about, but when COVID, I actually supposed to fight March 14th of 2020,
Oh
and then
man,
that's
yeah,
when everything. That's the same. Well, the 13th or the 12th is when everything got shut
yeah.
down, so the fight got canceled. You know, I was on weight. I'm ready to go. I think the next day was the weigh-in. I'm ready to go in there, weigh in, we fight the next day. But you know, it got canceled. So when it got canceled, then the gyms and stuff started getting canceled up. So then that's when I started buying my own gym equipment, you know what I'm saying, bringing it to my house. I got a treadmill right here, you know, and a bunch of other gym stuff. So I was still staying busy, you know, but then the fallout had happened between, well, the disagreement had happened between me and my manager, you know. Uh Everybody goes through it. I allowed the wrong people to get in my head, you know, and you live and you learn. That's all I'm gonna say. You live and you learn. But after that, it was just like some like few personal things happened, and you know, I had to really have a reality check. So once I had my reality check, you know, I got back focused. I'm starting to put plays in motion and starting to get back focused and bring the juice man back, because the people want to see the juice man. So I got to give them the juice man,
I
you know.
love it.
So
Yeah, that was so crazy because like now you're like bringing back my memory of that time too because so there was supposed to be a show for King's Promotions, which is
uh-huh.
Marshall Kaufman in
Yeah,
Philly.
I fought on a few shows.
Yeah, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So he had Sonny Conto, who's like a well-known like heavyweight prospect here in Philly out of South Philly. He's actually fighting on Thursday. So he was literally on the scale Friday, Saturday was when they shut down everything because that was like when Shakur Stevenson and Edgar Berlanga were supposed to fight at Madison Square Garden, and then they didn't allow fans, and they just completely shut it down because nobody knew how to deal with COVID or anything. Yeah,
Yeah,
that was such a crazy time. It's
definitely was.
wild.
Definitely was. Especially losing all that weight.
Oh,
Getting, you
I
know,
can't
man,
imagine. Oh my god.
got to go through that. It was crazy.
Oh
But that's boxing though. That can happen at any time, you know.
yeah,
The opponent fall out, fight get canceled, anything.
that's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So and another year's knocking on our door, 2022, and I do see you're going to fight on the February card, which is awesome. I'm going to probably come down for that, definitely. Yeah, definitely. So I know you're trying to get back in the full gear and stuff, but what are some of your goals that you have? Do you want to try not to like rush so quickly up the rankings, or are you trying to get as many fights as possible, or do you have a set number that you would like to have?
Well, what's for me is for me, you know what I'm saying? Of course, I'm not trying to rush anything, you know. God
Okay.
got perfect timing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When he opened them doors, can't nobody else close them, you know what I'm saying? So it's all in God's hands. You know, if he want me to fight 10 times a year or whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's what I'm gonna do. But my goal is to just be a way better juice man than I was before. You know, I want to entertain the people. I want to get the people something to talk about. You know what I'm saying? I want to be that big superstar, you know, and you take baby steps, you know what I'm saying? But eventually we're going to get there. And I'm not rushing anything. Patience is the key. Patience is the key to success. And I'm just take my time, and eventually I'm going to get there. And when I get there, it's all going to pay off, and it's all going to be worth it.
I like it. Okay. And then I know that you do know Paul Kroll and Mark Dawson. Both are great prospects. So like Philly and like in Philly, we got some pretty good welterweight prospects here. And are those guys that you might want later down the road? So like obviously you have Paul Kroll, Mark Dawson. Then you have James Martin, who beat Vito Milnicki. He upset him. He's 7-3. And then you have Shenard Scrap Bunch. I don't know if you heard of him or not. He's 17-1, 15 knockouts out of Trenton, New Jersey.
Well, you know, I'm not welterweight.
You're not welterweight no more? Oh, okay, man. Box.
Yeah, I fight 140.
You fight at 140?
Yeah, I fight 140. Yeah.
Oh man.
But you know, even the up and coming prospects, and you know, eventually, you know what I'm saying, when we get to that level, we're gonna have to see each other, and just know I'm gonna be ready. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be ready. I'm gonna bring my A game, you know. And if you're in my way, I gotta get you out of my way. That's point blank period. You know what I'm saying? But later on down the line, once we get to that point, we'll see each other. So,
I like it. Yeah. Okay. All right. So now we reached the point where it's the fun questions time, and then I'll wrap up with you. All right. So I usually ask this to my Philly guys, but I'm gonna ask you for your area. So it doesn't have to be in any order, but who are your top 5 current fighters right now out of Maryland, Virginia, and DC?
What you mean, pro or amateur?
So you can add the amateurs in there if you want. So it's just your top 5. So it could even be like all pro too.
Okay. Well, it's this kid that just won the gold medal, Jamal Harvey. Love that kid. Jamal Harvey, Scooter Davis, he's training in the gym with me, and also Nasheed, he trains in the gym with me. Cornell Hines, that's my boy. You know what I'm saying? He could fight. I got a, you said top 5, but I got a lot. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got a lot. And actually, Kobe Breeding. Breeding, he's a scrapper. You know, he's from Barbados. I think he's from Barbados. Yeah, from Barbados. He's a pro. And, you know, he give you the best work. You know what I'm saying? I never met somebody that said that he don't give him good work. He give you the best work. Anybody work, we gonna bring it out you. And I love to have him in my training camp, you know.
Okay. Awesome. Okay. Now I'm wondering if you're gonna break the streak for all the Maryland, DC, and Virginia guys that I've had on here. I'm very impressed by this answer. So the pressure's on for you. So who is your favorite Philly fighter to watch?
Jerron Ennis.
Ron Ennis. All right.
Jerron Ennis. That's one of my favorite fighters now.
I know. I love it.
Curry, I'm talking about the whole boxing.
Yeah.
Boy,
so that was who I thought everybody was gonna go with, but you know, I do respect their answer. So they do. I feel like the last like 8 guys I've interviewed from your area, they all love Tevin Farmer, but I totally respect that because Tevin, you know, started out 1-4, then he went up with a world championship belt.
I like Tevin Farmer too, but he's not my favorite.
Right,
you know
right, yeah.
My favorite is Jerron Ennis and Cool Boy Steph. They're my favorite. Scooter. You know.
Now, obviously, you're probably gonna say yeah, but what do you what's your prediction for the Scooter and Brandon Figueroa fight next Saturday night?
Scooter all day. Scooter
all day.
Scooter got it. It's not on him. It's in him. He got it. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, he really wowed me on the Angelo Leo fight. Like I literally interviewed him 2 weeks after that fight. He said that he decided 4 days before that fight that he was going to fight Angelo's fight, meaning body him inside to prove that he's stronger and more physical than Angelo. It was crazy. Insane.
Yeah, that boy is nice. He's been coming down DC working with us since the amateurs. You know what I'm saying?
That's awesome.
I got a chance to work with him one time. You know, and he's good, sharp.
Yeah, he is a great person. Him and Boots are great. They don't have chips on their shoulders. They'll like take photos with you in chat boxes.
yeah.
Super nice guys.
It's also another guy down there named Josh. I forgot his last name, but he be with Cool Boy Steph.
Yeah.
And he also shot too.
Yeah, Josh.
He's a good fighter.
Yeah, he is a really nice dude. Josh Jones. That's it.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, he always with Scooter. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They came up in the amateurs together. He's also shot too. You know.
Yeah, really nice dude, and I hope he gets back in the ring soon. Yeah.
Yeah, most definitely.
So what's your favorite cheat meal?
Cheat meal?
Yeah.
Favorite cheat meal? It would either have to be a Shake Shack burger, you know, from Shake Shack, or it'll be a chicken and pineapple pizza on thin crust from Papa John's.
Oh, okay. I like, man. I really didn't have to ask you twice. I got you. All right. So this one's one of my favorites. It kind of throws you guys off. But it's like funny to see how hard you guys think on this question. If anyone can make a movie about your life inside and outside the ring, what current celebrity actor would you want to play you in that movie?
It'll probably be what's his name? Michael B. Jordan from
Michael B. Jordan. Okay.
Yeah.
I can
or Denzel Washington. You know what I'm saying? I don't care how Denzel is. You know what I'm saying? Denzel Washington.
Are we talking about the Training Day Denzel or the
Training Day Denzel?
One?
That's right.
The Training Day Denzel.
Training Day Denzel.
King Kong ain't got nothing on me. Okay.
Man on Fire Denzel or John Q Denzel. You know.
That's funny. All right. So my last two questions. First one is, what are your top 3 boxing movies all time that you love watching?
What's the one where he broke his neck in the car accident?
Oh.
Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, it's not Southpaw,
not Southpaw.
Not Undisputed.
Well, that's the one. That's the movie with damn, what's his name? Begin with a P.
Who was in it?
Kid Chocolate was in it. He played Floyd Mayweather. He played Roger Mayweather.
He played Roger Mayweather? Oh,
yeah.
Man.
What's it called? But it'll be that movie. And even though everybody don't like the Rocky movie with Tommy Morrison, I did.
Rocky V?
I enjoyed that one. Yeah, I enjoyed that one. And I like the Rocky movie with what's my man name? Damn, he beat Roy Jones. He was the first one to knock Roy Jones out.
Are you talking about Rocky Balboa with Antonio Tarver?
Yeah.
That's it?
Antonio Tarver. Yeah, I like that one. The Rocky V and Blood, something. What is it called?
I know. I'm trying to look it up for you. Kid Chocolate lands first movie gig playing Roger Mayweather. Hold on, let me get the what's it called though, man?
I think it's something Blood, Bone.
Yeah,
something.
it's a bleed for this.
There you go.
I actually never seen that. You never seen it? Have to watch it. Yeah, I never seen it.
Great movie.
Yo, you might be the first person that I talked to, even with friends, say that they liked Rocky V. I am definitely highlighting that on this. that's
I do like Rocky V. I thought it was interesting because how he brought Tommy up. It kind of. Well, I ain't gonna be as cocky as Tommy. You know what I'm saying? Try and give everybody my butt kiss. You know what I'm saying? But I like how Tommy was humble when he came to Rocky. You know what I'm saying? Rocky trained him and got him to where he wanted to be. You know what I'm saying? Turned to the mega superstar. You know. I just didn't like
George Washington Duke got him, man.
Huh?
Yeah, but then George Washington Duke got him.
Yeah.
He wound up messing with his head and all.
Definitely, yeah. That's one thing I ain't like. You know what I'm saying? And that happens in real life. You know what I'm saying? That happens in real life.
100%. It is crazy.
When you up there, they always, you know, the little snake that come, you know, try to get you, man, knock you off your pivot, trick you out your position. But you live and you learn, you know. So
yeah. All right. So my last question, I usually end it with what's your favorite Philly cheesesteak spot, but I'm not sure if you had a Philly cheesesteak or not. So I'm going to reword this to what is your favorite spot in Maryland to eat if you had to recommend a tourist like me coming down?
if you came down, I'm gonna take you to Carolina Kitchen. You know what I'm saying? That's
Carolina
the best.
Kitchen.
Carolina Kitchen got some good food. If you want to go to the MGM, to the casino for a second, I'll take you to Ginger's and get you this big old lobster. I'm talking about the lobster is so big. Oh. It's $136, but it's worth it.
Holy crap,
you know what
really?
Saying? Yes, the lobster is about this big. You know what I'm saying? Very wide. It's good. I got a lot of places. Anybody come down here and they want me to show them around, they're gonna have a ball. That's all I gotta tell you.
All right. I am gonna put you up to that because I already have the 19th of February circled on my calendar. So I have promised coming down. Well, Tyrek, it was great chatting with you. I'm gonna definitely be keeping tabs on you and checking in on you and all, and maybe we'll do another interview and we'll run it back when it's close to fight time. Okay.
Absolutely, man. Pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
man.
Appreciate you.
You know, you're a great person, man.
Thank you. And do you have any shout outs or tell the people where to follow you at, of course?
Y'all can follow me on Facebook at Tyrek Irby. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at t.ydajuiceman3. You can also follow me on TikTok at Big Juice Man. You know, I'm also an actor too. I'm an actor. That's gonna be my next life. You know, I do some good acting. But yeah, that's all my social media. I want to give a special shout out to all my coaches. You know, all the guys in my gym. Everybody that support me on social media, in real life, wherever. You know, so I want to give you a special shout out. I want to give Tony a special shout out. And if you're a boxer and you're looking for a promoter, come to Jetta Promotions, baby. You know what I'm saying? Treat you real good, get you moving the right way, you know? Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, great. Nice. And once again, it was a pleasure to talk with you and to meet with you. You're such a great person, and thank you for opening up and also talking about your boxing career. I had a lot of fun. So thank you.
Oh man, all glory to God, man. Appreciate it, man. Without God, I wouldn't be here. So all glory to God, and thank you, man. I appreciate you.
Of course. Thank you, and have a great night.
You too.
All righty.